What is up, everyone? How is it going? Welcome to yet another second stream of the summer, second stream of 2020, second stream of the Pokemon Players Cup, for myself at least. Thank you so much for everyone tuning in. Let me know how my audio settings are and stuff, if it's too loud, if I'm too quiet, etc. That would be super appreciated. I would love Alistair's second stream in 3 years. I'd love to know. Let me know if it's good, if you can hear me okay, etc. Oh, y'all are being so kind in the chat. What's up, Neon? What's up, Marks? What's up, Tech? What's up, Nami? What is up, Mythical Alex, Alistair, Wise, Aloha Family, Shady, Mutator. Oh my gosh, Mutator rated with a party of 19. Y'all are so kind. Mutator, thank you so much. What is up, everyone? Welcome, welcome, welcome. I am so excited to be streaming with y'all. So, run of the day, we're going to do the same thing we did last time. I'm going to host a room that anyone who wants can play in it with me. I'm sharing the group info here. So if you want to join this group, this is my stream group. You can join this group and play with me or play with other people who are looking and searching this group while we play. So the idea is to foster a little stream community where we can all compete and play together. At some point in the future, I might consider having little competitions, not really tournaments, but maybe we'll do a 3-hour stream and I'll have rankings on. We'll create a new group and have everyone come in and play, and whoever does the best wins some prize, like some Suicune thing or I don't know. We'll figure it out, but I think that would be a really cool way to get everyone active at the same time and kind of sit in the place of when we could all go to a local and just hang out together. I really miss being able to hang out with other people and play Pokkén. I know I wasn't one of the ones who could do that the most even at the time, but here we are wishing I could do it. So here's the group info for y'all again. You can join it. Just join, come play with me. We're at 49 out of 100, so this group won't stay the group forever. I always want people to be able to join whenever they can. If you have any stream issues, let me know. If the audio is messed up or anything, just holler at me. I want it to be working well for y'all, sound good, etc. I'm also going to, while we do this, track my score against the stream, against all of you. I'm going to be playing Machamp for the most part, I think. I might play some Lucario, I might play some Suicune. We'll see. But for now, we are, as my mom said, being faithless to Suicune and going Machamp. So I hope you all saw that. That text message my mom sent me yesterday just cracked me up so much. It was amazing. And she's just such a genuine fan of Pokkén at this point. Obviously it's because she's a fan of me, which is amazing. But it's awesome to have a mom who loves just enjoying what you enjoy. Neon with the Machamp Ditto. This is great. But yeah, the text message was amazing. What's up, Aloha Family? So she's not necessarily directly a part of my gaming life, but she follows my Twitter and she watches all the Pokkén events that I'm a part of. Honestly, at this point, she might just start watching Pokkén events. She seems to have a lot of opinions about Pokkén in general. She's been talking to me about meta picks and different decisions. So it's pretty funny. We'll see what happens. Other stuff going on today. Neon running Whimsical and getting a nice payoff here. So it starts with the Emolga. See if I just do regular talk or commentary talk, which can be tough sometimes for me. I'm so used to when I'm sitting in front of the camera watching Pokkén commentating. So at some level, I sort of like to try to commentate my own sets sometimes, but we'll see. Oh, Neon, I like that. Punishing me for the mistiming. Oh. I'm also going to talk a little bit about a few different topics. Oh, Neon was charging that for so long. Do you see that? That was sick. I'm going to talk about why Jukum is athletic in Pokkén and what being athletic at a video game means. I'm going to talk about... Oh, I want to hear from all of you about your regional qualifiers experience in the Pokemon Players Cup. And then I also learned something really specific and new about Suicune today. That I really want to show y'all and talk to you about. It's this really crazy thing that I didn't know before today, specifically about Suicune. It's a nuanced piece of something that I did know, but I think it will surprise y'all. So remind me if I forget. that we're going into the lab and looking at some interesting Suicune stuff. Nice. I'm going like, oh, Neon, Neon with the S5 for the first time, I believe. Congratulations to Neon on that nice S5. It looks very clean. Interestingly about Machamp, whoever goes second with Burst wins, so I'm gonna win here. I love that about Machamp. So Neon, GG. I'll play 2 out of 3s with everyone. So if you come through, what was the remix of the intro music right before? I honestly don't remember the name of it, Aloha family. I can figure it out for you, and I'll show you. I'll figure it out and maybe talk about it next stream or next time. Well, actually, let me pull it up. I'll figure it out. No, I can't switch scenes, so I cannot tell you what it is. I'm sorry. It's definitely a remix of, what is it? I don't know. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'll play 2 out of 3s with everyone. I'm just tracking games rather than winning 2 out of 3s. I think it's just gonna be more fun to track games overall. We'll see how high we can get it. Neon says this is my 3rd time getting it. Well, congrats on 3rd time's the charm. Sliding into that S5 again. Machamp continues to be ridiculously fun. This character is really absurd. I think I'm getting better at Machamp Dittos, slowly but surely. That was an interesting way to cover a few options too. Covering a Molga here. I'm gonna eat a Molga now. Yeah. Oh, nice. Good timing. So sometimes actually, without good timing, you can go through that. But that was really good timing from Neon. Everyone should do 2 out of 3s if you want. You don't have to. I encourage doing best of 3s. I think it's really fun to do best of 3s, Sybil. It's something that we don't get the chance to do outside of groups very often. So I definitely encourage it, but don't feel like you have to. I know some people like to try to snipe for me, but I sort of discourage that because it's really about playing with the community, playing with everyone in the stream. 30 viewers so far. Thank you so much for everyone who's tuned in so far. What's up, Marks? I'm still new to Pokkén. Well, I am thrilled that you're here. Thanks for stopping by, Mythical Alex. What made you get into the game? Like, what picked, what got your attention with Pokkén? Yeah, I agree, Aloha family. I definitely agree. Pokemon has some amazing music too. Wow, just barely catch me there. Machamp's grab range is ridiculous. His arms are just so huge. Well, that's gonna hurt. That's gonna hurt a lot. Gotcha, that makes sense. I just love Pokemon and want to get better at fighting games. Nice. That's the case for a lot of us. So you are in good company. That's definitely how I got into it. Oh, nice mix-up, Neon. Good stuff. Good stuff. That was sick. Is Decidueye still broken? Decidueye is real good. Decidueye, interestingly, so obviously when DX first came out on the Switch, Decidueye launched with that and was very feature complete, as I would say about characters. Just had like all the tools in the world. He had like acrobatics, this amazing grappling tool. He has tons of zoning tools. Just overall a really balanced, powerful character. And we saw people like Slipping Bug and Tonosama use him to great effect early on. As things have moved on, and especially last year in Team Battle, Decidueye was a character that we saw a lot less often. I think Decidueye is a character that actually takes a lot of investment to be good at. So we sort of saw a drop-off in usage. However, I think Decidueye, now that we're back to 1v1 for competitive Pokkén through TPCI, and in general is a character that could come back and could be more present in the meta again. I'm definitely looking for it. Decidueye, a character with very few, if any, bad matchups, and a really fun character to play. And there's some good reps who have been practicing him a lot, so I would love to see it, and I think he'll come back. I wouldn't say Decidueye is broken. I think Decidueye is pretty balanced, but yeah. Does that make sense? Specifically, he plays a video game music soundtrack. They buzz in and try to guess which game it's from. Oh, who is that? Mark says, I personally think Owl has no losing matchups. That could definitely be. He's a little volatile, I think. Oh, speaking of volatile, that grab attempt. Oh, I missed my 5x. That's a nice combo. That's a good conversion. You pick up some value, you get a... I'm doing this as if it... Technically we are completely tied, right? No one has the life lead here. So right now it's only helping Neon, but I just was sort of waiting for my... Nice. Armored all the way through. That was good. One thing I love about Machamp is his grab goes super, super high. Excuse me, his jump, so you can do stuff like that. Not a lot of characters in the game can actually jump Machamp's burst attack, so being able to do that is really, really powerful. Another character who can do that is Suicune. Y says John Cartwright, the Game is Late member, who plays an intro song. I really like that. Yeah, I know, Cloud. Thank you. Closing it out. GG's, Neon. What's up? The group. Here you go. Here's the group. The Bernstein group. Here is the group. Everyone, please feel free to share that with whomever you like. Hop on whenever you want to play. We're all playing best of threes against one another. Just having some fun. Right now, there's no competition going on. We might do that in the future. GG's, Neon. Thank you so much for the games. I always appreciate you stopping by the stream and leveling up our Machamps together. Leveling up our Machamps together. Aloha family said, just wanted to say real quick, despite this being my first time watching one of your streams, I really feel comfortable and welcome, so thank you very much. Oh, well, thank you. I appreciate that. I'm really glad, and thanks for stopping by for the first time. It's really awesome to have you here and hanging out with Pokkén and Pokkén community. Sybil, I think this is the first time we're playing, so what is up? I love that you play Gengar. Gengar is one of my favorite characters. Wonder Chef and I were actually talking, and we were talking about how there's just some characters who are at this point underrepresented, and how we kind of want to play them just to have them have a little bit more representation within the community. So for me, that might be Gengar. I might want to play a little bit of Gengar. But we'll see. Gengar's a big investment, and I'm having a lot of fun learning Machamp for the time being. What's up, Tapu Koko? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. Good to see you. And thanks to everyone who's still a sub from that last stream where we had the 50 sub insanity. Just the greatest sub wave of all time. That was amazing. And thank you. Quagsire coming out from Sybil. Something happened. Giovanni, thank you for the follow. Ya boy, thank you for the follow. I hope everyone saw ya boy's really cool analysis of the results from the past year of Pokkén for singles. I thought they were really cool. He used my graphics and top 8s to look at character usage, both single character usage and people who use multiple characters. So definitely check that out. If you didn't see it, that's on Twitter. You can find it. I retweeted it at BurnsideBH, or check out your boy's Twitter too. Really cool to see someone go back and do that work. It's something I've wanted to do for a really long time, but never really like had the chance to get to it. I think I can low stance that. Oh, that's bad. Oh, that's even worse. Okay, we lived. Oh, nice of all. I was trying to CA and I dropped shield. Good stuff. Mutator says, I have 2 separate ideas for changes I would make to Machamp submission. The simple one is giving it 3 to 4 PSP. The other one is removing enhanced armor instead making it +0 on tech. It's currently -8. Could be mediated. Want to hear what you think these would be? I really think Machamp's fine. I think his balance is totally okay. I like that grapplers don't have PSP on some of their throws in Pokkén. Though we did see them adjust that with giving Electro Web the potential to shift. Oh, that was supposed to be a grab. I think making it on tech 0 is potentially a much better. Good game, Sybil. Again, I'm playing best of 3s with everyone, so don't go anywhere. We have another one. I could see oh, I think Machamp is so interesting as he is. I talked about this a lot last time, but one thing I love about Machamp's design is his simplicity and where he puts the complexity budget, and how everyone has a complexity budget that they can handle when they're playing a game. And obviously the longer that you play, I'm doing the shorter version of it again, the longer you play a game, the bigger your complexity budget is. But Pokkén's an amazing game because it lets you start off with a really small complexity budget like we all have when we first start playing a game, and just play the core mechanics. Play attack triangle, make that work. Get a few combos just by mashing. That's fine, whatever, it feels good. And then as that grows. But Pokkén's designers, in their infinite wisdom, were like, grapplers are really hard to play. So we're just going to make Machamp really simple to use so you can focus on conditioning, which is so deep. So that's one thing that I love about the design of Machamp. But I think the idea of making him 0 on tech would be a really interesting one. I'd be curious how he would play in that situation. I think tech design is something that they could have definitely explored a little bit more, because in its current design, it doesn't really... You're not really incentivized to tech at all in a lot of situations. It's almost always just better to crush if you're reading throw. Not always. Like, there's obviously times where you might throw out a tech just because you're unsure, and you're going to wake up with an option that will beat both. But I think that's an area that they could have iterated on a little bit and sort of given you more ability to be rewarded with a tech rather than a crush. What do you think of that, Mutator? Maybe that's what you were getting at as well. Poor Gengar. Gengar just has such a tough time disincentivizing without really committal JY anti-airs. I think giving submission PSV is as far as I personally... I can't see it. I have to scroll down. One sec. As far as I'd personally go for Machamp submission, I really like submission not having PSP. Submission, we forget about it because we play online. You can react to submission. You can totally react to submission. It is something you can do. Which support Pokemon do you think is the best overall? Aloha family says. That's a really hard question. The support Pokemon are all very different and are good in different matchups specifically, and for different Pokemon for different reasons. So I don't think that there's any one best support, but if you're learning the game and wanting to improve, I think a really good all-around support to use is support set is Frogadier Eevee. It's really strong overall. It's good in almost all situations. And it'll teach you a lot of things about how the game works with Frogadier. And Eevee's just always useful, so I always recommend Frogadier Eevee. Snivy, Lapras are good too. Also very strong supports. And then from there, there's just so many candidates. Nice throw, Sybil. Sybil, you played Burst very well for a Gengar. Gengar has to play Burst well, obviously. So it's good to see. Man, why can't I jump forward against that? Tapikoku said, I haven't played long enough, properly like 3 weeks, but I want to hop in and get bodied too. Junior Jam said, Jam, what's up? What's up, Jam? Welcome to the stream. PSP would face him actively to look to remove PSP with JA. I think he still has incentive to remove PSP with JA and Wake Up Slap. I think it's underexplored, and there's great reason to do it. Machamp, outside of needing meter, has no reason to go back to field phase ever, and it's something I'm trying to develop more as a player. But Machamp has so many tools to not play field phase, and unless you need the meter, you really shouldn't be going back. That said, sometimes you just need the meter. Like this. Nice. Thank you, Wise, for chiming in about best support. I really appreciate that. Good patience, Sybil. Nice jump out of the corner. One thing about this matchup that's really tricky for Machamp is Machamp doesn't have a lot of really lasting hitboxes. GG, Sybil. Thank you for the 2 out of 3. That was really fun. I really like your Gengar, and thank you for playing in the group. I really appreciate it. I hope you'll keep playing. Let's see. I'm trying to catch up with chat a little bit. Most people agree that Quagsire and Magneton are probably the worst. Yeah, Quagsire and Magneton are probably some of the worst. But they're very fun to use. I think that if we saw Pokkén stick around longer, they would have been addressed. I think Diglett would have been addressed. A lot of people probably don't remember that Diglett was really broken early on. Bim actually used some really crazy setups to win during Hack Austin with them. And Potachin used Diglett to set up Fire Spin unblockables. What's up, Cloud Blastoise? This is going to be good. This is a matchup that's probably even, but one that I think takes time to learn. And maybe a little bit tough on the Machamp side. I think we saw that a little bit from Wingtide. You have to play way more patiently than you do against a lot of zoners. I don't think Reshiram's horrible. I think Reshiram has really niche uses, and I think Cresselia has really niche uses that can be a part of specific game plans that could be explored more in the future. With that said, they were probably a little over-nerfed, yeah. Nice. Uh-oh. It's not updating, Chef? That's not good. Let's see. Why is Scoreboard Assistant not updating? Thank you for letting me know, Wonder Chef. It should say 4-1. I can look at it after this game, after this set. Oh, that was nice. Little bit of slowdown. Okay, this could be a Blaster, Dragonite setup. We'll see. Yep. So I have to eat this. Nice. Good armor, Cloud. Good use of the armor. Yeah, I got you the group ID. I should set that up, Jam. That's a good idea. Reshiram, Wonder Chef was talking about his own set. Okay, gotcha. Thank you. Reshiram is, I think, pretty useful for Chandelier, actually. We haven't seen it in a long time, but Soul Guitarists used to use it as a way to push people out. That can be really good, and I think it can be decent for other zoners. Nice. Out of the situation. Machamp's window on hit confirm on his homing is really generous compared to Suicune, it feels like to me sometimes. Nice, that's a full conversion. Good stuff, Cloud. Nice shift. I like that a lot. No, Mutator, I really appreciate it. Chat is going really fast, but let me see. The point was more that right now it's either Machamp command grabs you, which never have PSP, and when he does land a hit that he can almost remove PSP, adding PSP to command grab would give him another thing to think about when running his blender. I want to respond to that. I'm just going to keep playing Cloud because I think this might actually be one of the first times outside of ranked Cloud and I have ever played. Nice. I like the use of withdrawal. That was a good reaction. Oh, I got the animation. I thought that was just going to be pushback. That was really long range to get the animation from something like that. Oh, the exhaust messed up my perfect block. No! Bad spot to be in. Nice. The grab felt too obvious there, Cloud, but it worked. Good stuff. I was so sure you were going to 8Y me or something. Very well played. So that's a loss. So it's 0-1. 0-1. Command grab would give him another thing to think about when running his blender and add another layer to his option that he's choosing. He'd still have no problem getting rid of PSP. He'd just have to actively search out doing it at times. Yeah, I could see that, Mutator. I feel like the thing about submission, though, is because it's reactable, I don't know. Why put it on submission instead of air grab if that's what you're thinking about and concerned with? If like as the character is designed, why put it on the reactable option instead of the one that is really more of a guess, an instant air grab? What's up, Goken? Welcome to the stream. How's it going, man? Thank you so much for stopping by, Goken. I really appreciate it. Hey, what's up, Majora Z? Welcome to the stream. Thank you so much for stopping by. It's true, Mutator. It's true. That's a fair point. That projectile from Blastoise is so durable. Oh, nice. It caught me. Y'all see this? Y'all see this? Yeah, after this one, I'd love to hear from y'all about your experience playing in the regional qualifiers so far. What that's been like. Good use of bubble in the air, Cloud. I like that a lot. Unreal. Unreal. I like covering jump with bubble. That's really smart. Blue Dome is amazing. I love Blue Dome. Blue Dome's one of the best stages in Pokkén. I really wish we got to learn more about the Pokkén world, about Farum in general, like all the different places that you can go in Farum. It seems like such a lively, beautiful world, and I wish there was like more story and setting in this space. Oh yeah, here's the group. Well, I'm playing. Ugh. No. Getting cocky. Nice grab. I was running out of time anyway. I really had to make GG's, Cloud. Fun playing you. Fun playing you indeed. The group is free for anyone who would like to play. You can hop in here, and everyone is searching together. So there's no queue. So basically, anyone who goes in this group can just search and have a chance of finding us, finding me, finding whomever. I'm playing best of threes. I'm encouraging other people to play best of threes. So hop into it if you would like. What is your trainer ID for, by the way? I don't know what you mean, Cloud. Like, what's my gamer tag mean? Oh, we found each other again. Nice. Okay, so Cloud and I will play another best of three. Let's talk about... Nice. I like the use of the bubble. That was really smart. That's, while I'm doing this, talk about why Jukum is athletic and what that means. So I know everyone watched the Pokemon Players Cup Pokkén Tournament Invitational. If you did not, please do. Oh my goodness, please do. That tournament was incredible. Nice. Good grab. Blastoise's throw doing good damage on Chip. So yeah, if you haven't watched the Invitational, please watch it. And when you're watching it, just watch Jukum's movement. It is spectacular and beautiful and perfect. And I think one of the best ways to describe it is athletic. And when I said that on stream, a lot of people were like, Brentside, what are you talking about? Like, it's a video game. You can't be athletic at a video game. What does that even mean? And I'm here to tell you that that's wrong. That's a reductive use of the word. And you can be athletic at a game. And what I mean by that is this has gotten pretty intense, so it's interesting. I can't go to that option in this matchup. Maybe we'll wait until after burst, and then we'll get back to Jukum. Okay, so athletic, Jukum. What does it mean to be athletic at a video game? So I think that when I think of the best athletes, some of the best athletes of all time, people like Michael Jordan, people like Usain Bolt. Usain Bolt doesn't apply as much here because he does one thing really, really fast, really specifically. But like Michael Jordan, when you watch him play basketball, or LeBron, it's all about seamlessly using your movement, linking everything that you do together without question, thought. There's no pause. There's no time to wait and see what the next action is. Your body is just so in sync with itself, so dedicated. Your brain and your body are just connected perfectly, such that you don't even have to think about what you're gonna do. You just do it, and you make the right decisions in how you move. There's a complete kinetic link between how you exist in space and how you want to approach things, right? There's no, I'm doing this option, I'm gonna think about what it is, even if it's just for the microest of seconds, right? I'm gonna stop and think and figure out what I'm gonna do next. It's literally your body and your mind are in complete sync, and being able to move so powerfully is an aspect of that athleticism, but it's also that, right? The best athletes, they have no disconnect between mind and body, and I think the way in which Jukum moves in Pokkén, there is no disconnect. All of his options are perfectly linked together in the ways in which he moves with Sceptile on the screen, the ways that he moves from defense to offense, the ways that his defense are offense. Wise says, I think your stream notifications are hidden/invisible. Thank you so much. So the way that Jukum moves is like an amazing athlete. It is like Michael Jordan on the basketball court, right? Because he seamlessly links everything together. There's no moments of being unsure. There's no moments of waiting to see what happens next. Sure, there's moments where he's waiting. He's playing more passive. But that all of the options are perfectly linked together, and there aren't that many players in the world who can perfectly link together all of their options smoothly and seamlessly, and there's no one in the world, I'm going to make this claim, who can do that as well as Jukum. And you could be athletic with any character, right? Like, it's easy to be athletic with a character like Sceptile because he's fast, because he's built to move. But you could also be athletic with Blastoise. Look at Blastoise's movement options, right? You could be athletic with Blastoise. You could be athletic with Machamp. It's a different type of athleticism, but you could definitely do it. I feel like I have to actually learn the matchup against Cloud, and I love it. It's really fun. So let me know what you think of that. And oh, Wise, you left me a present at the beginning of the stream that I missed. Oh no. Oh no. Okay, I will go back and figure out how I can get back to it. Cloud's just like, I'm not drowning. I promise you, Cloud, I am not. I'm like 50% distracted by talking about Juku being athletic and the other stuff going on. Oh, Wise, I don't see it. How am I missing it? I'm looking in the activity feed and I'm not even seeing it. Did you sub? Did you leave me a nice message? Will you tell me what it is? I'm really sorry. I'm so sorry, Wise. I feel really bad. I like that sequence. Burst, this is my shot. I'm still in this. Oh my goodness. 15 seconds. Yes! In there. In there. Okay, Wise, thank you so much for thanking me for streaming. Wise, thank you so much for the $5 donation. That's so kind of you. I'm sorry it wasn't shown on stream. Thank you, Wise. I really, really appreciate that. I'll look into the notifications. I don't know why that's happening. I haven't used Streamlabs in a while, so that could be it. But thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. A nice, kind tip. I can get 1/4 of a Hori pad. So thank you. Feed my Hori pad addiction. Okay, I want to focus slightly more against Cloud here. I really like your grabs, Cloud. I think they're good. Yeah, that's rip. I don't know why I did that. Don't be like me. Don't be like me. What's up? Welcome to the stream, Jess Cheddar. How's it going? Toys is cheap. Thank you again, Wise. Kaylin, welcome to the stream. Gathering pieces of the Hori pad. Gathering pieces of the Hori pad. I love it. I think I'm down 2. I think Cloud has given me 4 losses. So I think against the stream, I'm 4-1, and against Cloud, I'm 0-4. Good stuff, Cloud. I'm gonna go back in. We'll see if I just get Cloud again. The monorails in the background are outdated. I wonder how. Oh, I posted the group just now. I didn't realize doing that. At some point, I gotta show you all my Hori pad collection. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. So yeah, I'm searching. Anyone can join and play. Feel free to hit me up and get into it. So, the quest for the pieces of the Hori pad. I want to read that short story. Ooh, what the heck? Someone did a really nice thing. What? No, Spencer! You can't give 5 subs? 5 subs out to the community? Thank you so much, Death Jenner. Oh, that's so kind of you, Spencer. Everyone, please thank Death Jenner. Death Jenner is one of my dearest friends, and just giving out subs like a lovely, lovely human. Thank you so much, Death Jenner. That is sick. Thank you. I really appreciate it. So let me know what y'all think of the athleticism thing. Jams sharing 351 bits with me. Thank you. Steph Mickey, thank you for the follow. Appreciate it. Oh my gosh. Star Fox fan, thank you for the follow. Yeah, let me know what you think about the athleticism thing. Do you think that there's any other hyper athletic Pokkén players? Who are they, and why do you think that is, based on my definition? That was cheap, Cloud. Oh, I like that. Going over it? What? Wise subscribe. Wise, thank you so much for the subscription. I really appreciate that. I had to try. I had to try. Wise, thank you so much for the subscription. That was awesome of you. Oh no, Wise gave up 5 subs? Yo, this is too much. Y'all are too much. Thank you. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much. Is this officially a hype train? This is officially a hype train again. Y'all are ridiculous. You're gonna get me streaming like every week. It's not gonna be 3 months next time. This is, oh, Wise, thank you. A level 2 hype train? We're on our way to a level 4 hype train? What? Gillergen, thank you for the follow. Hype train! It's the monorail from Neos. Got him. Jam, thank you. Ugh, Wise, seriously, thank you. Donating and giving up 5 subs. Death Shatter and Wise just coming through in the hugest ways. Thank you. It's so fun having you all here. Thank you everyone who's tuning in today to play some Pokkén. As a reminder, you can join this group. Oreo, what is up? Welcome to the stream, Oreo. You can join the stream, play some Pokkén with me. Play some Pokkén with the fantastic stream community. Come hang. Wow, threaded the needle on that one. Big boy slipping through the tiny door. Ooh, caught it early enough. That's interesting too. Oh no. The dev team giving out subscriptions as well? A 1-month tier sub to Cola Bear. Thank you so much. And Kaylin gifting 1,000 bits. Thank you so much, Kaylin. Oh, y'all, this is so sick. We're on like a level 4 hype train. I hardly even know what that means. I just went for it. Yeah, I did. Karate Chop definitely seems invaluable in this matchup. It's just figuring out where and how to use it best that I need to do. That I need to do. GM cheered another 500 bits, y'all. This is crazy. We're on another hype train. Oh my gosh. Thank you so much, Jam. Thank you. I hope y'all are having as much fun as I am. This has been a blast. Level 5 hype train. Level 5. Y'all, what does that mean? I don't know, but it means Pokkén is powerful. I know that's what it means. That is so sick. One thing I'm trying to do is use the words crazy and insane less, because out of like respect for mental health. So try to help me catch that. Instead of saying that's crazy, I'm going to try to say that's spectacular, that's fantastic, that's excellent, that's wonderful, that's lovely, that's splendiferous, that's magnificent. Y'all get the idea. Mutator says, I don't know if anyone knows what hype trains are. They are sick. That's what they are. I want to call them the monorail train. But thank you to Wise, thank you to the dev team, thank you to Jam, thank you to Death Jetter. Y'all are amazing. 63 subs, and it's wow. It's wild. Wild. Wow, I'm dropping inputs. I'm gonna switch my controller. I'm not even kidding. No, I love the story pad. I need to 8Y more against Cloud in the way that he's playing this matchup. Nice. I like the use of the 6Y to cover. Cloud's use of Falling Bubble is really good. Oh, I swear I woke up AY. Get me salty. Get me salty. Nice. I should also generally try not to use the same words over and over, even if they're good words. Yeah, I agree, Kaylin. I do that on stream sometimes, on the Pokemon stream, and I'm like, oh, Burnside. Pick some different words in the vast world of linguistic options. Your lexicon is wide. Why have you said the same thing like 4 times in a row? Never do this. Never do this. Why was I so slow there? That was weird. Am I far enough away to do this? Probably not. Probably not! Shouldn't have done it. Yeah, Ridiculous is a really good one, Wonder Chef. Ridiculous is a good one. It gets at a similar idea. Oh, look at those balls. Wow. This is amazing. Very laggy. I wonder if I'm dropping... Am I dropping frames? No, not too many. But we're chugging. We're chugging there for a minute there. Okay, wait. I missed if anyone in the... I'm salty. I'm really salty. Oh. Communication error. Cloud said bon voyage. Cloud had his game and he was done. GG's, Cloud. Thank you for the games. But yeah. Oh, Bolamar, welcome, welcome, welcome. How do you continue the hype train? I think if people keep subbing and if people keep giving bits, the hype train keeps rolling on. So you have to like cheer and stuff. We're on level 5. I guess we have 45 seconds left. I don't know. I don't even know. It looks like there is a network error on my side. Not sure. Peculiar. Very peculiar. Huh. Well, we're here. And we're searching. I don't know what's happening. Cloud, we've played a lot, my friend. I'm gonna restart my system. This is really weird. Y says it stops at level 5, and level 5 is like the bonus round where you go for as long as possible. Oh, so we got to the final level? That's amazing. I don't know why we're having these issues, so let me... Oh, okay. We're back in it. I'm going to keep searching in the group then. See who I run into. I saw that 17 new people have joined the group. Thank you so much for joining the group, y'all. It's awesome having you here. But yeah, level 4 hype train. What the heck? We're back on it. Jam just cheered. Jam, you just wow. The final boss was too much. Mutator said, "Indeed, indeed." Okay, Cloud, this is the final one. Final one, and then I have to place other people. Mostly an incentive. Kaylin says. Devseem says, "Crazy enough, the words we use often." It's just how our bodies are accustomed to saying. Your brain has, in the sense, a box holding all the words you know, but it takes some training to use different words that you're used to saying. So basically, the dialect that you're using and used to depends on the area's dialect. Indeed. So I need to, in my own definition of athletic, have a more athletic brain linguistically. I need to have a more limber brain. See, there's so much stuff that I don't just have to let Cloud do for free. There's so much stuff I don't have to let Cloud do for free to me. Oh. Let me know about, Bulmer says, I am athletic. Yeah, athletic brain. I want an athletic brain. I wonder why Cloud doesn't use forward Y like ever. That was almost fast enough, which is ridiculous. I wanted to detect that so badly. I really should have. Cloud, it's pretty laggy all of a sudden. Oh, you know who's athletic? Roxo. Roxo is really athletic. Roxo's Garchomp is pretty athletic. I second that. I second that for sure. Sabuton? I think Sabuton's pretty athletic. His Libre is really athletic. I would reset your router, Burnside, if you're having internet trouble. It doesn't seem like I am, but I don't. Maybe I don't know. I think after this, we'll go into the lab and we'll talk about a cool thing that I learned with Suicune. For a second, and then we'll come back. We'll come back. Huh. Nice, that was great. Wow. That makes sense. Nice. Great use of 6Y. I like it. I like it. Shadow's kinda. Wait, Mutator, what'd you say? Jukum. Okay, wait. I think the second most player under Jukum is Tonosama. Interesting. Why do you think that, Mutator? Oh, that goes under? That's one of those things that, like, makes this matchup tricky. It's interesting how against the way Cloud uses Bubble as well. It's not necessarily an advantage to have a high jump. Leaves you open. Nice, GG's, Cloud. Good stuff. Good stuff, Cloud. Okay, so we are going to switch really quickly to talking about something in the lab. So let me hide my stream stuff. Cloud, let's play sometime too when I'm not streaming. I would love to play more. I want to play my Suicune against you. I want to play Blastoise more too. But I think that's potentially a bad matchup for Machamp. Then again, I think I probably just need to learn it. But Blastoise has some cool tools. So, okay, wait, really quickly. Mutator said, I don't know about Shadowcat. Yeah, I don't know about Shadowcat either. Also, just to be clear too, I think there's a difference between players who just push. Okay, wait. Let me figure out how I want to say this. There's energetic and there's athletic. And those are two different concepts of play. Players can be energetic and athletic. Jukum, when he won the World Championships in 2018, was energetic and athletic. Jukum, during the Invitational for the Pokemon Players Cup last week, was mostly athletic and a lot less energetic. He was playing a much more defensive responsive game, where he wasn't constantly trying to feel the energy with action. So I think that there are players who are very energetic who aren't athletic, and there's also athletic players who aren't just energetic, if that makes sense. So those are, the Venn diagrams definitely overlap, and you could be a really athletic, really energetic player, but you don't have to be. I think that there's a deliberateness to the way in which an athletic player uses their options, in that you can be, you can have action through inaction, right? So just because a player is patient doesn't mean they're not being athletic per se. I'm curious as to see what makes Tonosama. Have a good night, Death Shatter. Thank you so much. I'm sorry I was late on the chat. I'll text you too, Spencer. Thank you so much for stopping by and giving out 5 subs. That was really sweet of you. You don't have to do that every time too. Like I'm just streaming to have fun with y'all. You don't always have to give me a ton of stuff. So we're picking Sui. Back on the Sui. I've always felt that my controller character is like an extension of my hand, but I don't know if I give off that expression, says Volmar. I think you do. Okay. So you need to slow down. Okay. So we can go to none. So, really quickly, I want to catch up with chat before we jump back into this. So, what's up, Brian? Welcome to the stream. Okay, so basically, we get to listen to this nice burst music because this has specifically to do with burst. So all of you know that Suikun's counterattack is a burst counterattack. It has burst armor on usage. You can absorb hits if something attacks you. Someone is attacking during it, you'll get a crit. Obvious stuff. Most people know that. I was doing some work today. I decided I'm trying to make some more Pokkén charts. It's something that I don't feel is complete yet. I think there's still more room to make more of those charts, and I have a little bit more opportunity to do so as of late. So I'm plugging away. I'm thinking about ones that I want to bring out. There's some that I've done in the past that I haven't done for DX again, like grab damage, field phase, and dual phase grab damage. That's on my mind, but I wanna mix in new things too, because every time we do them, they sort of jumpstart a conversation. So I was going through burst attack damage on the frame data sheet. It's a great resource, and I've used it a fair amount for the charts too, and I really appreciate the work that Mitchell and Brian and others have put into that. It's amazing. Back in the day, Apple Boom, of course, the progenitor of the frame data sheet. So I really appreciate all the work that all those people put in. But I was looking at damage. I realized that there was a discrepancy in the way that some of the damage was being charted for characters. So the first thing that I noticed is that the damage on the frame data sheet for burst attacks was calculated on a burst versus a bursted opponent, which sort of surprised me. So I think what happened is whomever went to lab this just put on perma synergy to burst for both. So because both players are in synergy burst, and it's consistent, all the frame data sheet is this way. There's modifiers going on, right? Because when you're in burst, you have additional defense buff, right? I believe. Give me a second. Why am I'm just brain farting completely. Burst mode is managed. Yeah, so you take 10% less damage. Though that should balance out. I don't know what it is. Basically, I was looking at damage. I was noticing some interesting discrepancies. I was testing regular and crit. So for Suikun, we're just going to use burst. His bursted regular burst is going to do 186 damage. So this is just on a non-crit opponent in the corner with my back to the wall, right? If we do it mid-screen, close up, completely in his face, it's going to do the same thing. The first thing I'm going to show you is not the thing that shocked me, though it is interesting and I think something everyone should know and pay attention to. So mid-screen, we get at 186. What if we move to the wall here? So Lucario's back is to the wall now. Well, let's do this one more time. As I burst, watch what happens to Lucario, right? So as I burst, every hit of burst attack is going to push him back a little bit. So you see him being carried back in Suikun's sheer cold as it spreads out. Every time that happens, he gets pushed back a little bit more. The damage dealt by Suikun's burst is lowered. So the further away you are, the less damage the hits do. Interestingly, so I think that if we had like a hitbox viewer, that there's be multiple like connecting, interlooping spheres that all do increasingly less damage. So we have 186 from this position and 186 from this position. If we go to the wall, where Lucario cannot be pushed further back and do this, we're interestingly, we're gonna get a different amount of damage. 221. So if Suikun is in the corner against you, even without a crit, he's doing almost 40 more damage than he would be doing if he was with his back to the wall. So that's really, really interesting. It is the less hits, but it's the less hits and where it is, for sure. So that's how it should be. IMO, the base damage is even out by both being in burst. Yeah, burst, it canceled them out, but interestingly, let me do this real quick. That's what I thought, y'all. But this is doing 170. So it doesn't actually cancel them out. There's something else going on here, because Suikun's burst against another bursted opponent is not the full 186, right? Am I doing something wrong? Maybe I'm doing... Oh, because it collects base values, which is helpful for modifiers. Yes. This is the mental gymnastics that I worked myself through. I'm caught up. Sorry, I was going through. Mutator says that's just the wall splat. Are you sure that's just the wall splat? So maybe that's just the wall splat. Is it just the wall splat? I don't think so because it's not a flat 30. Oh, it's the wall damage. Thank you. Yes, you're all right. Okay, so here's the thing I wanted to show you. Cleared up perfectly. Thank you. You've answered my questions. Really, really helpful. That's so for everyone who doesn't know, the first hit you do after someone gets splatted to a wall, you do additional damage. So that's what that is. So that explains it. That's totally right. Thank you, Bolamar. That's how it works in normal wall combos. Totally explained. I appreciate it. Okay, so let's take a look at a crit version of Suicune's burst, right? So I'm just gonna put on the modifier. So crit version of Suicune's burst. Bully is right. Yeah, I'm with y'all. I really appreciate that. That slipped my mind earlier when I was doing that. So crit version of Suicune's burst with the crit modifier is 208 damage, right? 208. Do it one more time. With crit, we're getting 208 damage. In this instance, nothing touched me, right? There was nothing hitting my shield or anything, hitting my counter armor during that. So we'll turn the crit off. And we'll go to normal attack. That didn't work either. Do it this way. So that hit my counter armor, if you look closely. And this is going to do additional damage. Interestingly, it does 257. So we always knew that Suicune had a different burst when he countered an attack, right? When he counters an attack, he gets an additional burst. It's an additional version of the burst. It's like true sheer cold. So we knew this. But let's say we instead have a counterattack hit my burst. Oops. So the counterattack now hit my burst. $243. So we don't have the crit damage, but we do have the increased damage from true sheer cold, right? We do have the increased damage from true sheer cold. So I always thought that it had to be the fact that Suicune countered an attack to have that work. But it just has to be that like anything hits his armor, which I think is really interesting. Welcome to the stream, Juko, and thank you for raiding with a party of 3. That's awesome. What's up? So let me know if I'm being crazy here, y'all. So I was hit by a counterattack and I still got 253. Again, it wasn't the regular damage, right? And it wasn't the damage that I got from the crit. That was the two. Am I pointing the right way? We'll see. The 257. It also becomes faster. We knew that. Yes, we knew that Suicune could have additional damage, but I didn't know personally that it didn't have to be an attack, right? It didn't have to be a successful counter. It's about having the hitbox activated, which is really interesting. That was too fast. So the counterattack hits it, and even that's enough, right? This isn't an armor interaction. It's just the interaction of something impacting it, which is cool. Dragon Slayer says the question wasn't really answered. What makes Roxa's Garchomp athletic? I have to get away from this Synergy Burst music. It's just too much to be in for a long time. What makes his burst, Roxa's burst athletic? I think what makes, or excuse me, his Garchomp athletic, it's the way in which he strings together all of his options and the smoothness of movement and the fact that there's no delay between decision and action. Those are one for him. He doesn't, at no level, no millisecond based, just minute, can barely notice difference like there is for a lot of us, like there is for me, in decision making in how he plays. Yeah, you did, Jukum. You did miss me talking about you. You're gonna have to go back to it. I'm not gonna lay it all out again. I might clip it. I think it was kind of an interesting discussion, so I might clip it and post it to Twitter tomorrow. Let me catch up with chat a little bit. Mutator said, I don't know how many people knew it or not. Kaylin says, yeah, I don't know. I remembered when I tried to spend a few ways figuring out how individual damage on each hit of Aegislash's burst works. Jukum says Magneton is like that too. Yeah, that makes a lot of sense that they would use that same mechanic in both places. Bullimar says, I'm still confused with what athletic means and how it's different than energetic. So like the summary is basically, I think that Jukum is athletic in the same way that Michael Jordan is athletic, or any really strong athlete, any fantastic athlete, because of the way in which the decision making between movement and action is inherently linked. There's no disconnect there. It's smooth, it's unfiltered, and it flows perfectly between them. Like the way in which a ballerina flows seamlessly through move to move, I think that's what Jukum does when Jukum moves. I think that like there's a beauty to the way Jukum moves that is ballerina like, right? It's persistently using movement to lead into other movement, even if there's a pause, right? It's never letting your body stop completely in that action. Hopefully that explains it somewhat as well. And yeah, ballerinas are athletic as heck. Let's see. What's up, Dan Dandy? Welcome to the stream. Trying to catch up. Blastoise is athletic. Your boy says what Burnside is describing is basically fluency in a kinetic and competitive sense. Yeah, I think that's true. That's interesting. I think kinetic fluency and athleticism. What's the difference there? I think that. Do you mean fluency or fluidity? Because I think those are also different to some degree. H2 says, I think it might be fine to use this in our scene. I'd be careful with explaining it around athletes, though. They build up their body, not just their mind, and I've seen them get offended by lack of distinguishing that. Yeah, for sure. But I would like to argue that Jukum also has built up his body to some degree in the way that he strings moves. It's obviously very different than an athlete, and I'll definitely keep that in check. It's totally a different thing. But I think that you can play a game athletically, and when you are simulating the movement of a physical form, I think it's okay to borrow that language. Like, Pokemon are physical forms, so I think it's okay to borrow that language of describing a physical form. I wouldn't call Jukum an athlete because of how he plays, but I would call his play athletic. I think that might be the important distinction that we're looking for H2, if that makes sense. Alistair says, he thinks what I'm describing is when you got that flow. I think that's part of it, but I think you could be really energetic and feel like you're in the flow. Whoa, do y'all see that? There's like the little Wingull. I never noticed that. That's so cute. So you can be in flow. Well, flow in game design terms is really interesting because flow is like an actual game design term to describe the mental state of being in the zone, more or less, right? When like everything is operating on the perfect level. And flow, I think, is why people are actually so into fighting games, because going to a tournament and sitting down in a setup and playing is one of the fastest ways I've ever gotten into a flow state in a game. I'll get into flow state in card games. You can get into flow state in MOBAs, in Mario, anything. You can get into a flow state where all of your mental energy, right, is completely on experiencing the game. You're in a complete state of existing within the game space, and your brain is maybe not 100%, but as much as of your brain as you need to not be worried about other stuff around you. It's worried and thinking and occupied with digesting the game in front of you. And when you sit down and you play fighting games, you are so quickly in flow. And like that's why when someone like tries to talk to you when you're playing, even like casuals at a event, you're like, it's kind of jarring, right? Like it's like, oh, and it's not just like you're not paying attention, it's breaking your flow state. And that's really discordant for your brain. And flow states of really different games feel differently, at least to me. Like I think a fighting game flow state for me is a very intense experience. Like I have I have really vivid memories of specific flow states and being in a tournament where like I have no memory of anything beyond this space and like the person next to me. It's just that like my brain has only codified those things. And then I also have like really specific flow states of being in college and playing Dota 2 with my roommates and being in this really interesting different type of flow state that was like I'm with the game and I'm also sitting at my kitchen table with 4 of my roommates playing Dota 2, and we have this like magic circle going on and we are in this flow state together, so the contained space of the game is like broader and bigger, and that feels really good and different. And then yeah, like Mario flow state is just like happy and bright and like sort of jubilant in a way. I really like Mario flow states are super fun. And you could also have like flow state from scary games, right? Like I think that's one of the reasons that people love scary games like Amnesia. Like you can just get so focused on that game. And there's a difference though between like concentration and flow state, which I think is interesting, right? You can be really concentrated on something and not be in a state of flow. And you can also get into states of flow, not just by games, right? It's not just a game design phenomenon, but it's a phenomenon that happens in games a lot, and why we like playing games as humans. We like flow state. We like tackling a task and letting our brain fully engross itself with picking apart that puzzle, whatever that task is, whatever that barrier is. So like you can get into a flow state doing dishes. You can get into a flow state folding laundry. You can get into a flow state coding. You can get into a flow state painting. You can get into a flow state running, singing, dancing, anything, right? You can get into flow states. But I think game flow states are just so fun because the stimuli is just constant. Okay, time to catch up with chat a little bit. This is a much more specific, detailed example. I think energetic and flowy gameplay. This is going back to the athletic energetic paradigm discussion. Mutator says, I think energetic and flowy gameplay are things that likely follow a lot of athleticism, but maybe not necessarily. I think that, okay. I think you can have flowy gameplay. You can have fluid gameplay where you're completely linking together your moves. You can have energetic gameplay where you're just hyperactive. You're pushing lots of buttons. You're trying to keep your character moving. And you can have athletic gameplay, which is different. You can have flow, but athleticism is something different and more nuanced and more specific and calculated. And I think a lot of characters can have flowy gameplay, but not all players can have the sort of dedicated, specific, complete marriage of those things. And I also want to see if H2 said anything in the chat about what I said earlier about the difference between athletic play and athleticism, or calling someone who has an athletic style play as being athletic. I don't know if H2 responded to that. You get into flow state. Yeah, flow state learning. Absolutely. And that's where it crosses paths with fighting games too. So I'm going to hop back in, play some more. Again, if you want to play with me, I'm going to be streaming for a while longer. Hop in. Let's play. Let's play some more Pokkén. I am 5-7 against the stream right now because Cloud just bullied me with his Blastoise. Super impressive stuff. But I'm going to keep rolling on this Machamp. See what I can do with it. I might swap to Suicune for a little bit. Maybe some Lucario. We'll see. We shall see. But one thing I also want to talk about during the stream, well, one, hit me up with questions if you have any. Dragon Slayer says, how does one learn to play more athletic? H2, yes! H2, thank you so much for playing. Thank you for playing in the stream. I'm glad we get to play. I think that you should never focus on trying to be more athletic. It's probably something that will happen after you've mastered a ton of different aspects of the game, and probably something that's only specific to certain types of players, and it's only one way to play the game. There's lots of different valid approaches to the game, and having athletic play is just one of those. It's not the only way that you have to approach the game. There's not a line, Oreo. Anyone can join this group and play. We're all playing each other. I'm encouraging people to play best of threes. The idea is to encourage a sort of friendly community around the stream that plays together, plays all at the same time. I probably shouldn't have shifted here. There's like no reason to go into field phase against Gardevoir. So that's definitely a mistake. I should have wake up slap there. It worked out though. Bless Frogadier. Does that count as movement? Ooh, nice. Goes back into the 2x. I like it, H2. Mutator says, I have a question. Lots of people have opinions on light armor, and what are your thoughts as a whole, and if you would like to change it and how? I have so many opinions on that, Mutator, and I will give them to you when I'm not playing against H2's Gardevoir trying to focus. Ow. Okay. I deserve that. H2 is just looking for these grabs. Interesting. Uh-oh, this is gonna hurt. Nice, good coverage, H2. Remember, we're playing a best of 3. If you want to. You don't have to. I'm not forcing you to play a best of 3. Your boy says, I'd be interested to see a spectrum of playstyles among different dimensions and where certain players fit along those dimensions. That would be a really fun project to take on. I'd have to do a lot more thinking about what sort of different dimensions of play I would describe people as having. But I think that could be really, really interesting. And like, obviously the first place you could go is just to like, to a simple like coordinate plane, right? We could do that, but I think you could go even more in depth than that. Have like, I think like the webs that you have a lot of the times, a web chart would be really useful for that. I wonder if it's almost worth it to just like CADC forward in that situation, because like I'm gonna eat it anyway. So like, why not? In a lot of senses. So like if 2x is coming at me and I'm gonna CADC back and I'm gonna get hit, I might as well just CADC forward, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, I don't think you could do it objectively, boy. It's just so hard. It's such a subjective thing, which is a good point. There's stuff like actions per minute and stuff that you can get in some PC games, but I think that like misses the point in fighting games in a lot of ways, because like mashing doesn't equate to good play and all of that as well. One thing y'all might not have caught on to about interesting about Machamp is backdashing after a shift is like very good against him. Yeah, backdash is amazing against Machamp. Oh, why am I not watching Call Mine Stacks? It's because I haven't played against that much Gardevoir lately. We're in this group, Oreo. Dumb. That trade, interesting. No. This is such a bad position to be in. Oh! GG's H2. Dang, I kind of want to play some Suicune. I feel like I'm just getting bodied by y'all. This is great. Okay, Mutator, the question. GG's H2. Thank you so much for playing, dude. I really appreciate you being in the stream, hanging out with us. I'm gonna play some Suicune. So light armor. I think one thing about games that can be frustrating. What's the quote? What's the Valve quote? The Valve quote from what's his name? Gabe Newell, who obviously is an amazing game designer, or once was. I don't know how much designing games he's doing now, but he thinks about games a lot. And the quote is, game players are really good at identifying what feels bad about a game, but not knowing necessarily what's wrong with the game. I think that one of the things that I love most about Pokkén is the way in which tempo and pacing are taken into account. Why did I go back into this when I'm like in the middle of talking about something that I really want to be talking about? So I'm gonna save that. I'm gonna come back to it, Mutator, once I'm done with this game with Kamal, these games with Kamal, and hop back into it for real. Y'all are just beating up my Machamp. It's frustrating. Frustrating. Kamal. Kamal's just gonna Evu me. Ugh, playing Suicune feels so good. Nice! Good attack. Kamal. Third burst. Y'all seen this? This is the third burst for Kamal. Nice. That was a good weight. Yo, don't bring up bad memories for Alistair, Mr. Burnside. I'm sorry, Alistair. I'm sorry. Jukum, thank you so much. I appreciate you stopping by. Have a really good dinner. Yeah, so Kamal just got burst 3 times in 1 round. That was disgusting. So he's running Whimsical. Interesting. I like the exploration here. I mean, with Whimsical Cresselia, I could see how it could happen. Crest charges fast enough that she's coming up no matter how long the round lasts. I don't hate this idea. Kamal always has the dopest ideas. Kamal, you're killing me, man. Killing me, Kamal! Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh! That was too much. Nice work, Kamal. Kamal playing Shadow Mewtwo seems like a good idea. I like this idea. Thank you so much to everyone who's tuning in so far. While I'm playing, let me know in the chat what your experience was playing in the regional qualifiers so far. Did you have fun? Did you enjoy it? Was it stressful? Etc. I would really, really appreciate it. And also what you're looking forward to this weekend. If you're playing again, who you're playing, and such. And also, remember that tomorrow night is the stream. Tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern Time. 3 p.m. Pacific Time, which is 6 p.m. Eastern Time, is the stream for the regional qualifiers on twitch.tv/Pokkén. So definitely check that out. I imagine it's going to be a very exciting stream and one you do not want to miss. After the nerf, I don't remember anyone ever using Cresselia on Shadow Mewtwo except for Bad Intent at Winter Brawl 2017? 2018 maybe. Sharkbot, thank you for the follow. It's Misfits, thank you for the follow. Cola Bear, thank you for the follow. I appreciate it a lot. Take the long way around. Kamal was having none of that mix up. Having none of it. Do y'all think that Jirachi is a support that should come back, that we should see more of again? Kamal's throws have been on point. HU says flow state engaged. Flow state engaged. Yeah, thank you for the follows, everyone. I really appreciate it. I'm definitely trying to grow my stream, even though I haven't been streaming a ton. It's something I want to do more often. Play Pokkén with all y'all. Nice, 1-1, Kamal. View. Give that an update. But yeah, like, why do y'all think that... So, I've been watching a lot of Pokkén lately, obviously. And a lot of old Pokkén, and one thing that always interested me was NA never really thought that Jirachi was viable on 200cc characters. For the most part, Jirachi was always something that 100cc or 150cc characters would use. And was like a core strategy, right? Like Jirachi Kario, Jirachi Libre, like these are very, very specific, famous sets from the early days. But in Japan, like Momo would use Jirachi on Sceptile. Azazel uses Jirachi all the time. Why do you think that we in the West never sort of started using Jirachi on 100cc characters? Even Elm has used Jirachi on occasion, and do you think that there's more room for it? Spartan Crab says, what does CC mean in Pokkén? So every character charges their, so Spartan Crab, every character charges their burst at a different rate. So there's characters who charge the fastest in the game. Those are characters like Weavile and Pikachu Libre and Shadow Mewtwo here. And those characters are 100cc characters. So they take roughly 2 field phases and 1 dual phase win to have full burst. Or if they whiff 100 neutral Ys, just their regular, if you hit Y in field phase 100 times, their burst is full. So they're 100cc characters. Other characters like Lucario, breaks in some of the more mid-range characters, those are 150cc characters, so they have to work a little bit harder to charge their burst. Then there's characters like Suicune, Machamp, Sceptile. These are 200cc characters. They have to work twice as hard as Shadow Mewtwo or Pikachu or Weavile to charge their meter. So then there's characters like Garchomp and Gengar, 250cc characters, and then there's Mewtwo, who's a 400cc character. So he literally charges 4 times slower than the fastest chargers in the game. Hopefully that helps. And there's charts about this that I can show you as well. If you check out my Twitter and Google Pokkén charts, you'll see a graph that has everyone's synergy ranking, so you can get a sense for how fast everyone charges their CC. Yeah, if you just on Twitter search hashtag PokkénChartsDX, it'll come up. It'll be in the top results. You can look for one of the synergy synergy charge rate, and that is measured in CC, and that will give you a little more of a description as well. GG's Kamal. GG's. I love when you use Victini for the pause button. Pause button Victini is real fun. Ooh, Wonder Chef's playing some breaks in. That's sick. H2 about Jirachi said, Jirachi works well when your game plan is to get more mix-ups and more reward off your mix-ups. I just go Jirachi when I'm trying to use that as a game plan in the player matchup. Interesting. Why do you think that is, H2? Okay, Mutator, are you still here? I hope you're still here. We're talking burst armor. Synergy burst light armor. So Gabe Newell, players are good at knowing what's painful in games, but not necessarily knowing what needs to be fixed. I think that one of the best things about Pokkén is the shape of rounds is really interesting. So every single fighting game, in terms of power dynamics and activity, you could chart in a graph, right? So you could have the top being your incomplete power, and the so high up on the y-axis, I'm in complete control. Low on the y-axis, I'm not in control of all, right? So as you go through a round, you could chart 0 being we're even, 0 being neutral on the x-axis, right? So throughout the round, you're gonna have moments where you're in complete control, then it dips down, and then it comes back up. Maybe you sit neutral for a little bit as you're moving on that axis. I think that it's really important for Pokkén to give players of all skill levels powerful tools that let them have moments of being at the top. Fighting games are all about empowerment and disempowerment, so it's really important for the game designers to think, how in a matchup where 2 players aren't evenly matched, can one player still have moments of control? Can they still get really high on that y-axis, even if most of the time they're not there? I think that's really smart game design, just at like general making a game for everyone. I think you're also asking specifically about top level Pokkén and how that affects the game. Obviously, one of the biggest consequences of light armor on burst attacks is anti-airs, is that so many of the characters in the game go to their anti-airs are weak attacks. They're lights. So they cannot break the armor. They cannot fight back and burst. It allows you to have a little bit more offensive, aggressive style when you're bursted. This can be really frustrating for a lot of players. As a design decision, you could say, okay, we're going to give players more anti-airs that are on strong attacks. We'll give them more ways to fight back that just like in general, you can fight back against burst. Generally, I think there's room to make more characters who could fight against bursted, like have interesting aerial options that cover the air that don't lock that off. But I think also people just get frustrated that you lock off all of light attacks. But I think that's a good thing because it creates more room for decision making and nuance because of the support system. Without the support system, I don't think it's as an interesting of a decision. The game becomes really flat. But all of a sudden, because you have this moment within the game that you can address that could be part of someone's game plan, depending on what they're doing. If they're playing a burst-heavy game plan, it creates more strategic depth to have burst and light armor as an option that you can actively combat by choosing to give yourself an attack or crit buff. That makes the game deeper and more interesting. And I personally think it's really important to have moments where players are more empowered and other players are less empowered. I think that's interesting from like a spectator player's perspective. I really like light armor. I wouldn't want them to get rid of that. But I think in response to the player perspective, in response to the, yeah, I could talk about supports more too. I just think that one thing people fail to miss is that just by making that mechanical decision, that base level systems decision, they have made Pokkén more strategically interesting, more strategically deep. It's tactically less interesting, right? So tactics are what we do in the moment. Strategy is our holistic approach to a situation. So it could be a tactic is like, I am going to use 8Y against Mewtwo more because he likes to go to the air. And he has a high jab. So I'm going to go to my 8Y more often. That's a tactic. My strategy might be, what is my strategy against Mewtwo? My strategy against Mewtwo is playing slightly more defensive play and not exposing myself to overextending in field phase where he can get large punishes like Hyper Beam off a barrier and a crit. So strategy, tactics, differences. Burst attacks are interesting because they take tactics away from the player who's not bursted, but they make them more strategically deep. And I think that's an interesting trade-off that's good for the game. It doesn't feel good when you're playing, but it's good for the game from a spectator perspective. And I think ultimately it's good for the game as a player perspective for growth of the game overall and allowing players of all skill levels to play against each other and have that work. Mutator says, I don't know if it does make it less tactically deep, because pretty much every character's JY can be used as an air-to-air. Yeah, I mean, I think that's the Mewtwo in you coming out to some degree. I think that a lot of the better characters and the newer characters can. CA as well, yeah, for sure. Suicune having the CA, I think you still have tactics, but you take options away. You can't deny that it takes options away. That has to be a part of the discussion, right? But I would like to see them design more characters that maybe invert that, right? Where you have... maybe you have strong, grounded anti-airs that work and are serviceable. That's not something we've seen from characters, but maybe they're only good against bursted opponents because because they cover jump really well, but they don't cover really low anti-air situations. I'd have to think about the design and like figure out how it would play out more, but I think light attack armor is a really good mechanic that I like seeing in the game. I don't want it to go anywhere. So I don't know if you have more specific questions. Please, I play Blastoise with no air-to-air. Suicune has pretty crap air-to-air, Mutator. And also, did you see how much Cloud was freaking throwing out bubbles against me? Those, like, low bubbles? That was ridiculous. Sui's air-to-air is just garbage, and it sucks because I want to jump and have it work. He should burst air-to-air for... Burst JY for Sui, in addition to the 2, should be like a Mega Man Leaf Man style shield all around him of bubbles. So what I'm really saying is, in burst, Suicune should have Mewtwo JY. Bolamar, yes! Thank you for playing in the stream, Bolamar. I really appreciate you engaging with everyone. Oh, Kaylin says light armor support, question mark. Yeah, that's a biggie. Let's talk about that in a second. Unpack that a little bit more. Oh, poor little fly. I just killed... Oh. Guys. Oh, I feel so bad. There was a fly and I flicked it to get it to go away, but I hit it really hard and then it was stunned and now I feel really bad, so I had to kill it. Ugh, that felt bad. Bubble is like, okay, Mutator, I get your point. I get your point. I was talking about air to air in general. I wasn't just talking about air to air versus burst. In a stunning turn of events, Bolamar is running Snivy. Just as a reminder to everyone in the stream, anyone can play with us. We are all, a lot of people in the chat are playing as a group. You can come play with us. You can enjoy Pokkén together. You can go to that group, type in the group info and search. Burst, okay, JY is a good air to air, but it's not a good air to air up close. Fair enough. Decidueye JX is really good. Bulmar's one of the players who's very strong at using it. There's some others. Ooh, the patience. I love to see it. I love to see it. That's a good question too, Mutator. I have good questions from Kaylin and Mutator now. Nice, Bullmark. If I have to choose between those two options, you lose it when you jump, but I don't like either option. I'm not really interested in those compromises. I think it weakens the reason for it existing. Just like, why do that? Kaylin said, impressive how Birdside could not look at the screen for the whole game. That's hilarious. Yeah, what happened to my camera? My camera's broken. I'll fix it for y'all in a second. I don't know what's going on. Okay, we're back. That was weird. I don't know what happened to that. Good stuff. Bolmar. The fly you spied on you and it's haunting your camera. No! No! That sounds about right. Kaylin, I don't know how you design a support like that. I think a support like that adds strategic depth as well, and I think it would be interesting to add it. I think you would be careful to figure out how to balance it, and I don't know that it could have the same design as some of the other buff supports, generally speaking. It'd be really interesting to see like how something like that played though. Look at the PSP efficiency from Suicune. It's just ridiculous. Ridiculous. Did you all see how much damage I just did in one dual field phase and dual phase? Something I didn't think about before is that you lose armor when you jump would mean it would still make preemptive anti-airing risky. Yeah, that's true. Which is, it is slightly more interesting. That's why it's more interesting than having them be heavies, for sure. Grabs like this, yeah, legendary, exactly. Like, stuff like that is what I'm talking about, H2. Breaksin just affected so much of the support design space in general. I think the way in which they made Breaksin was a mistake because of how it affects the design space of supports overall. I think it's a really dangerous corner to design yourself into. I love Breaksin as a character. I think she's interesting. I just think she needs to play by slightly different support rules. Breaksin herself isn't a mistake, but the consequences of her are huge, and I think she could have been designed in a way where the consequences didn't force them to go back and make legendary supports single call. That's just like, it's such a huge burden. Like, make certain supports single call for Breaksin, sure, whatever. Like, it sucks, and it's like this stupid cudgel that you have to put on the game. Like, that's annoying. It's not elegant. It's not clean. But, like, at least it doesn't mess up the design space of the supports overall. Majora Z says, Kaylin says, also, do you think light armor support should work the same way as current in-game buffs where you get heavy plus grab armor in burst? No. 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 What are you on? Good joke, Kaylin. I like the joke. Majora Z, does everybody agree that a PSP meter should be on the UI, or do some people think it's better not to show a skill gap thing? I think it's probably better. Mutator, I would just make. I don't know. I have to think about it more. I might honestly give her different timers. I might make her, excuse me, be the one who has single call supports. I'm not sure. And I like that. Oh, I like OFCA. That's annoying. I like that there's no PSP meter on Majora Z. I like that it's a skill gap thing, and gives more room for players to improve. It also doesn't overwhelm new players, and it's like stuff that spectators don't need to be thinking about or looking at necessarily. Playing Pokkén while streaming and playing Pokkén while playing Pokkén are just two completely different tasks. It's very interesting. Speaking of flow state, this is like some not flow state in between thing. Rice says, hope you're well, glad to see you're streaming again. Thank you so much, Rice. I really appreciate that, dude. I hope you're well too. I hope you're having a good day. Making supports only single call for her seems really gross. Like, as an objective thing to only affect top level play, yeah, you could do lots of good stuff like that, but maybe that's not the only obvious thing. Yeah, I agree, Mutator. It's definitely a cudgel. Energy Pants, thank you for the follow. That freaking CA. So good. How different of a character would Suicune be if he could cancel 6x into perfect blocking? Wouldn't that be so sick? 6x or 5x? I would be so happy. It would also mean he could cancel without an animation, which would be ridiculous and broken. But, you know. But, you know, we take what we could get. I really have to think about breaks in more mutator. I don't know that I'm ready to make any statements. Majora Z, what's your pro visibility meter argument? I'm really curious to hear it. And everyone who wants it. Wait, what's the joke? Oh yeah, the 6x, yeah. Do you think Breaksin currently interacts with the support system suboptimally, or do you think it just hurts the ability to add new things? I think Breaksin completely changed the entire support system and changed the way that they had to think about and design supports generally. And the fact that legendaries were changed to be single call has so much to do with the fact that Tono-sama won Evo using Yveltal as Breaksin. And I think that that made them realize that, like, oh, we can't design supports for play with anyone. Oh, I'm playing Bolimar again. Here we go. Now it's a best of 5. For anyone, we have to design them for Breaksin first and then figure out how they work in the rest of the system. Like, it's just, that's period. The way the game is designed, you start with Breaksin, make them work for her in a way that they're not broken, then make them work for everyone else somehow. Let Suicune air perfect block after Blizzard cancel. Wonder Chef, now we're talking. Now we're talking. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Air perfect blocks, first character of the game. Bolimar, get out of here. That combo was so sick, please. Ridiculous. Bolimar's using neutral Y really well. That was a sick pickup. I like that. I guess if I don't break throws, I don't really give Bolimar a reason to do anything else. Danny says, I thought the stream was the same space. Why do you do this? Feels bad, man. I wonder what just happened in Danny and Wonder Chef's game. Oh. Thank you again to everyone who's here hanging out, playing some Pokkén with us, talking Pokkén design, etc. It's fun. Bolimar, these grabs. Please. Please, Boki. Oh my gosh, I tried to go upwards. I like the idea, Bolimar. Very tough to execute, though. Y is so fly. Oh, I missed what Majora Z said. Rice said, no matter how many times I face Suicune, I can never feel comfortable facing him as Pikachu. I don't know why. I think that matchup's tough for you. Oh, Majora Z, thank you so much for your thoughts. I'm going to read those, but I can't do it midstream because you typed up a lot of thoughts, which I super appreciate. I'm kind of lucky that shifted, to be honest. Ugh. Ugh. Let go. Okay, Majority Z said, honestly, I just think it's an issue of being a basic system and that sort of info should be visible to the player, mostly. I also don't really think it undermines the skill gap much, since you'd still need to remember what combos and moves use how much PSP. It just make it so you can check what the gauge is at. I also think knowing it would still help players, even if also might add some extra visual complexity. So at worst, I think the former would cancel out the latter. Silver Dew, what's up? Welcome to the stream. I'll play one more with you, Bullamar. We're playing a 3 out of 5. I think those are really good points, Majority. There's probably a way that you could put it on the screen that wouldn't be as intrusive. That would be really small. That could be really interesting. Almost such that like the player could kind of ignore it while they were learning the game, and then top level players could pay attention to it. I'd be curious to see like how a build of Pokkén felt like that. And maybe it would be good. And maybe it wouldn't affect the skill gap as much as I think. How did he know I was gonna backdash? What? Bullamar, have you played me before? Bullamar just used the crazy invul. Someone clip that. Bullamar just totally used invul on going into soaring stance to avoid that, or feather dance absorbed it. That was sick. It was feather dance, but still, it was really sick. I really like those. I don't know. That's a great argument, Majorzy. I feel like you're convincing me. I feel like I'm slightly convinced. Sybil, thank you so much. I saw what you said. You said, I think I've done all the fights I can handle for today. Thank you so much for coming and playing with everyone today. I really appreciate it. It was fun, the game we played together. Glade, welcome to the stream. Hollow Void, welcome to the stream. Mutator has thoughts on the PSP system. I'm definitely going to read those in a second here. After this, I'm going to play one more person and then probably close down the stream. Should have gone upwards. Might as well build some more meter for later. Oh wow, that was cheeky. That wasn't real. This is a blizzard. Okay, GG's, Bullamar. Great games. Appreciate it, my friend. Appreciate it. Okay. So I'm going to search for someone else. Mutator said, I think a PSP system could be done tastefully that really helps spectators. A little vibrant filling bar connected to your HP would make it so much easier to communicate cool things happening to the casual viewer. Yeah, maybe I agree. I'd be really curious to see what it would be like. Brian Dara says PSP for spectator mode in the works. Dax, that's sick. Majora Z says, I feel like everyone knows 2 or 3 characters these days. I feel like I need to get around to picking up a champ and somebody else. I encourage it. Pokémon's characters are super, super fun. Don't tell your mom you're not being faithful to Weavile, though. She'll throw you a text with a little shade. Or don't tell my mom. I guess. Namie, what's up? I don't know if we played before. What's up with everyone running Whimsical these days? Is it because Whimsical is really, really good? Probably. Oh, what's up, Eclipse? Welcome to the stream. Thanks for stopping by. This is fun. I've never played against you. This is really good. I really like your subtile. I'm really focusing. That was so lucky on like 6 different levels. Wow. I cannot believe that worked. Really had no business working that donkey kick worked. Okay, Mutator says, what do you think about stripping breaks in building bonus supports on hit? Right now she basically gets extra sunny day worth support or more over the other player for any basic B&B. Longer ones racking up closer to 2. I don't know if removing it really removes any depth from decision making since she does the same combos anyways and would do so much to take her over bearing and incentivize them to find sunny day opportunities. Yeah, I think that could be a really smart decision. I like that. I like that decision a lot. There's like, yeah, definitely. I like that they tried to push it to its like. I like when games find a mechanic and then they try to get everything they can out of the mechanic. We're gonna put it like we'll totally explore it, but I think sometimes you can go too far. I'm really happy y'all corrected me on the wall spot thing earlier. Burnside used double team. What's up, DD Light? Welcome to the stream. I was playing best of 3s with everyone. Name me. If you want to play again, we can play. UDL! What's up, UDL? Welcome to the stream, and thank you so much for the subscription, UDL. That's so kind of you, UDL. Oh. Oh, UDL. I miss you, man. I hope you're doing well. You're a very Valorant human being. It's great to see you here. What's up, Gokin? Gokin, wow! I made it through your whole work. Gokin, I sadly am not. I'm about to end the stream. I'm playing against one more person. I'm searching in my group. UDL says, so happy to see you teaching that hot Pokkén. Miss you too, homie. It's been a long time. I miss you, man. It's so good to see you. There we go. Okay, we can finish our best of 3. Great. Great. I know, I'm sorry, Gokin. Thank you so much, too, for everyone who's been here for the full almost 2.5 hours of the stream. I really appreciate it. I've been having a lot of fun streaming and talking about Pokkén with y'all. It's something I want to keep doing, and obviously y'all being here makes that way easier. Having 64 subs also makes that way easier. That's wild and crazy and really cool. Y'all are super generous, and I'm really thankful to be a part of this community, and it's just awesome. I also, it's cool that everyone's taken to this playing in the group thing that I set up, and I'm curious about people's feedback about maybe doing that in a way that incentivizes winning and competition. So let me know what you think about like potential competitions during streams and that sort of thing. That was a fork. I love how you can set up forks like that in Pokkén, just like in chess. We totally could do our own group cups, Kaylin. I'm really intrigued by that. I don't want it to be a thing where it's like just grinding. That's why I feel like if I could do it on a weekend and stream for like 4 hours or something, have our own mini cup, that would be lit, right? Emolga is the Sceptile sport, right? Like that's just period the Sceptile sport. Gokin respect with the subscription. Thank you so much for the subscription, Gokin. I really appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you, dude. I really appreciate it. Now you have another Suicune emote to use. Sasui. So we learned from earlier that this base damage is 170. With rage, not quite enough. Oh, my spacing just pixels off. Don't respect the 5x. Curious, all the Pokemon Burst titles, did you get those from playing the Pokemon groups online? I think so, I don't know. Other people are gonna have to help you with that one, Dragon Slayer. I should just play Sceptile. With my love of CA, I should just play Sceptile. Oh, we lost her. We lost her. Oh no. No. Okay, we'll play one more. Uno más. Oh, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay, I'm playing one more game, y'all. And then I'm done. Then I have to call it. Uno más in the group. Okay, and then I'm going to catch up with chat, and then I'm going to go, Kamal on the Charizard. That's sick. Kamal playing Charizard. What year is it? Rice says, I think I'm the only person who still uses one character in Pokkén. I don't know that you're the only person. I don't think that's true. It's fun to have an affinity for a character. Burnside, when you're doing our stream offline, when COVID's not a thing. Can someone clip that, please? I just want to showcase how sick Suicune's combos can be. Can you clip that, please? Thank you. Oh, I was trying to dash up 8Y, it was too slow. Machamp's waiting for Jirachi. I just called Kamal Machamp. I'm sorry for calling you Machamp, Kamal. I don't know why I called you Machamp. So that's one of the few situations where you can cancel immediately from 8Y because Titus McToss is lower. He's already airborne. Don't worry about it, Nami. Also, am I saying your name right? Nami? I really appreciate getting to play with you. I'm so sorry your house lost power again. That really sucks. That's wild. Mutator? Is Zard a recent pickup of his? You're hilarious. You're hilarious, Mutator. Spacing. Thank you for clipping that, Kaylin. I really appreciate it. That would have been a perfect block in a perfect world. Well, good game. I'm done. Oh, so I did say your name right. Yay! Good. I'm glad I said it right, Nami. Glad to hear it. Goku with the Saswees! That's sick. Oh, wow. That's a lot of time to react. Okay, we're gonna play one more against Kamal, and then I'm gonna have to call the stream. It's too fun though. It's too fun. I told Maya, I told the other side, I was gonna stop at 9:30. At 9. So this is the last one. Yeah, I love that, Gokin. That's so funny when people tag you about the pillow swine. The pillow swine plush, that was amazing. UDL, thank you so much, dude. I really appreciate you tuning in and seeing you. It's super fun. I love talking to you as always. Let's catch up more soon. Eat some breakfast tacos for me as I weep from the sorrows of Connecticut. Good grab, Kamal. Silly Pokkén players. Oh! Clip that! Now we gotta clip that. That was sick, Kamal. Kamal using the high stance to break my grab and then seismic tossing me. That was sick. That was real good. Good reaction. Kamal's reactions are way better tonight than normally. Not normally. I'm not throwing shade. I'm not throwing shade. I'm just saying your reactions right now are like on freaking point. D-Delay, what's up? By the way, what's up, D-Delay? I want to address you again. Good to see you, man. I was just watching you play some Lucario in Worlds. That was sick. When am I streaming again? I'm not sure. Hopefully next week. I hear you on the Players' Cup not counting. Word. Sometime next week. Thank you for asking. I appreciate it. Hey, Mutator, I did not. I love Kamal. These reactions are just otherworldly. Kamal's a monster. Mutator, you're embarrassing me. Is Kamal gonna burst here? We'll see. It's always an important decision. Good, he made the right choice. Kamal is crazy. Oh no, Kamal is ridiculous. Kamal is ridiculous. Do we get a new stream soon? I mean, we got to 65 subs. That's pretty unbelievable. So we have to play more. We have to hang out more. This is the last one. After this, tell me I'm done. Also, I want to thank some of the people that subbed. So thank you so much to Death Jetter. I know he left for 5 subs this stream, gifting 5 subs. That was amazing. Wise for gifting 5 subs. That was amazing. Dev Team for subscribing. Kaylin giving a ton of bits. Jam giving a ton of bits. Y'all were awesome. I know some of the other people that subbed. UDL. Let's see, who else subbed? I think I just got everyone that subbed. If I forgot that you subbed. Oh, also, oh dang, now I'm on the Dragonite. This is a bad situation to be in, a bad situation. Also, Wise for giving $5 at the beginning of the stream, just say that he was being kind. That was awesome. Really sweet of him. Wow, I should have let it rip. Tipper Metal Clock? Okay, Kamal. That was a good option. Wow, I don't know that I have the focus to play this matchup. Goken says you, Burnside, Alistair, and I are the holy barbershop quartet of NA Suikus. That's sick. Oh no, I picked it again! I picked Dragonite again, I don't want it. Yeah, for sure, D-Delay. That year was amazing. "2015 compared to 2020 is just magical in a lot of ways." Dragonite Suicune is the new tech. It did look like, I don't think so. I used to look for shield breaks with this thing when I lived in Austin all the way back then, and I couldn't find any. I wonder if I could now that I'm like a little more experienced against weak shields or something. I doubt it. Okay, this is a must-win field phase. Oh, and I've lost it. Horribly. Pushing me all the way to the corner. My must-win field phase I've lost. I should have bursted if it was must-win. Hello, darkness, my old friend. Kamal has come to burst again. GG's Kamal. With that, I will close my stream down. Thank you so much to everyone who stopped by. We moved up to 65 subscribers this stream, thanks to the incredible, incredible generosity of a lot of you. I really appreciate everyone. What's up, Corrigan? GG's Kamal. Thank you so much. Y'all, I just want to take a moment and say thank you so much for everyone who came and just hung out with me, played some Pokkén, enjoyed this lovely community that we have. I super appreciate it. If you enjoyed this, thank you so much. Please follow me on Twitter, engage elsewhere. I really appreciate it. Corrigan, thank you so much, dude. It's good to see you. I'm sorry that I'm closing out for the night. Thanks for everyone for the kind words about the stream. I'm really glad that you all had fun. Hopefully you learned something too. I learned a lot from all of you. I'll see you all again next time. There will be a next time this time, I guarantee it. Let's make for more fun, powerful Pokkén memories together. And have a good night, y'all.